about this particular book. Now I'm gonna have to be careful on what I say because we know that this globalist platform called YouTube, they don't like things like this because this operates out of their realm of negate, and they don't want people to learn how to pretty much put themselves back in good wholeness, I would say that way, without making too much mention of certain words because we understand that this algorithm is they're full of shit, man. I remember back in 2020 when that whole ordeal came out and people was going into ways on how to put themselves back together, then they was fucking with people. So this may not be any different. But I was mentioning this book earlier this week called The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies, and also Apostle Tahar mentioned this book as well. And I believe a couple of brothers may have this book, but I found this book on they have it on Amazon, and I think they have it on Amazon, and you can find them at particular bookstores. But I actually got this off TikTok, believe it or not. And for the longest, when I was trying to order stuff off TikTok, they would say that my address was not compatible for delivery. But I'm like, wait a minute, man. I thought y'all ship anywhere in the United States. But it could have been due to some type of setting I had. So when I finally figured it out, they was offering a promotion on this. And this is a $42 book I got for like 30 something, maybe I think like almost 30 bucks. But in some cases, you can find it for even cheaper than that. But it's called, you can read the title here, The Healing Power of You Know What, Plant You Know What. And this is the author, which is Nicole Appeline, which is a PhD, and Claude Davis. Okay, and these are the authors here. Okay, which gives some insight on it. But you can go online and you can find this book. And the crazy part about it, before I bought it, I called a couple of local bookstores in the Kansas City area, and they had a waiting list. They said that the waiting list was out months. Okay, they was like, we could put you on a list and call you back. I think I was like 100, like a number 140 or some shit like that. And they say it may be months before you can get access to the book. So I finally picked it up. I bought it, and it goes into this particular base remedies. And a lot of these herbs, man, they say that, oh, well, they don't have these herbs, you can't find them. But you can find a lot of these herbs, man. Okay, you can go on Amazon and you can go to your local herb shops, and you can find these in the form of tinctures, or you can find them in the form of capsules. Okay, the plants, I mean, not so much, because like I said, they grind everything up into a capsule now. Or you can get it in the form of a tea form, or like a powder-based form, which in my honest opinion, in my humble opinion, I think the teas and powder-based forms are more holistic, so to speak. They're more I won't say natural, but they're more they have more potency, especially the teas, because it goes right into the bloodstream. Okay, but a good one I wanted to really get into is this. They got the glossary here. Now, most people in Babylon, and a lot of you brothers, man, and this is the spirit, most people deal with digestive issues. Okay, like I say, if you ever ate the American diet, and 9 times out of 10, you suffer from some type of internal or intestinal parasites, or you have some type of IBS or some type of slow motility, which motility deals with the contracting of the GI tract, which is what they call gastrointestinal tract, which is basically your small and large intestines and your colon. Okay, you have muscles within the intestinal tract that's supposed to contrast to push food through a stool out, and a lot of people, they're not contrasting properly because they don't have the natural, you don't have the motility. Your body, your systems are not working. Okay, so those of you that may struggle, you got this word. I'm not gonna mention it, but basically this gives you a list of medicines you can use, or things you can use to help yourself out in that department. As we know, ashwagandha, that's good for cortisol levels. As we know, cortisol levels lower stress levels. You have high cortisol levels, your stress is it's you have high stress levels, you're not getting enough sleep, and oftentimes people that's overweight or obesity suffer from high cortisol levels. So this is good for that. Okay, you got something which is called Basalam fir. Then you got bilberry, blue and black elderberry, which brothers are familiar with that. Cabbage, okay? You got Cascara sagra and cat's claw, cat's tail, cleavers. Me, myself, I got this in a tea form. Also, I have this. Also, I have and I do what do you call it? What do you call that? Cabbage. I do like the purple cabbage, where I just juice some cabbage and I drink on an empty stomach, which works as a coating for the intestinal tract. Because what you'll find out with intestinal or with digestive herbs, you'll find out that digestive herbs or digestive bitters, it all takes care of everything that's digestive wise. So you don't need to eliminate, or you don't need to separate a particular herb from that. Like you may have a gallbladder issue, or you may have that issue, and Esau would say, well, go and cut it out. But instead you take the necessary remedies for it, and then it repairs it all. Okay, they don't just fix one thing. Okay, you have this for that. It repairs everything because it's all part of the same system. Okay, the body being at whole. Okay, so you brothers study this here, look at that, take a screenshot of it, and if you suffer from any of these things, then make sure y'all you get a good look at this, so therefore you can pick up these necessary remedies, because we're coming into the time now that all hell is getting ready to break loose, and you're gonna have to have some type of some type of health to deal with this out here. Even though the Lord is gonna be with us, but you want to be in the best possible shape as possible coming into this time we entering into, because you ain't gonna have access to these clinics and to these particular death clinics, I like to call them. You ain't gonna have access to your physician or your falsifier, okay? Which is always good to have a primary care physician on hand just in case you need to be diagnosed with some shit. But overall, that's just what it's good for. Oh, you great book you purchased several months ago, Khan. That's right. So yeah, take a look at this, because I know this is heavy here in America, and this is one of the major causes of death in Babylon the Great, because of the foods, man. Like you got red number 40, these particular food dyes, which all of us grew up eating Frosted Flakes or Fruit Loops and Fruity Pebbles, and I'm noticing that caused a lot of cognitive behavior issues in Jake kids. Prime example, red number 40, right? That causes emotional issues, man, and this is why Jake is hyper. This is why Jake be ready to put niggas down, man. Going back into the hood, them grimy ass Jakes, the only thing they die, they eat hot Cheetos and Kool-Aid for breakfast and Flaming Hots for dinner, and they have a horrible diet. That red number 40, it causes aggression in niggas, man. Esau knows that. Okay, then you got yellow number 5, yellow number 6, red number, it's just the different dyes, man, which is very harmful and toxic to the body. So these are particular herbs you can use to help you out with this. And of course, prayer. Prayer is always the main thing, of source of healing. Like, you can take herbs all you want, and if you ain't right with the Heavenly Father, he ain't got to heal you. Also fasting, fruit fast, intermittent fasting, to constantly build up your system, because when you fast, your body is healing. That way you give those dead cells time in your body flushes them out, and your body it rejuvenates or replenishes the cells. Water, alkaline water, sometimes water with baking soda and lemon in it. That's good for good alkalinity, Also having enough stomach acid to break down your food, because a lot of times GERD and heartburn comes from not having enough stomach acid, which can lead to digestive issues, man. What is this? So, yeah, the problem, you said finding some of those herbs. Well, like I said, man, you can find a lot of these in tea forms, Doc. You can get them in tea forms, or you can go online and type in these herbs, and I'm pretty sure you can find a lot of them. You just got to know how they're labeled, and some of them they try to do away with, but find it in a tea form or get it in a powder form or shit. I mean, they got a lot of shit on Amazon too, but with Amazon, it's kind of like a hit and miss. You got to find more credible sources, because sometimes people could just, sell you bullshit, Now, this is another one. Digestive and intestinal issues. Everybody and their mother I knew have some type of abdominal pain, or have some type of IBS, or some type of bloating issue, can't lose weight, all types of shit. Like this one here, I had suffered from this because, they had prescribed me an antibiotic twice in 1 year for a strep throat, and also I thought I had a sinus infection. So that fucked me up, and it caused that because it wiped out all my good gut bacteria. And when I took some probiotics in the form of kefir, the milk was actually too fermented. So as I took it, it gave me a bad stomach virus, and that's when my problems began. So yeah, probiotics. But bloating. A lot of women suffer from bloating, right? Because the diet. So activated charcoal, hyssop, chamomile tea is good. Common longwort, St. John's wort. You got wild ginger, wild yam. All good herbs you can take. This is a big one. Too much yeast, too much bread. Okay. Lemon balm, wormwood, which wormwood is good at removing parasites. And a lot of candida just comes from which candida is not necessarily bad, but when you have an overgrowth of that bacteria in your gut, then it could becomes it could become toxic. Then you parasites. A lot of times they have some which is called Tinea vari, which is basically a type of candida that grows on the skin. Usually they say it comes from being in a tropical climate and stuff like that, but oftentimes it comes from eating a lot of bread. So eating fermented foods is good for that. This is a big one. Aloe vera, black walnut, burning bush, cabbage. Cabbage is definitely good. Helped me out a lot. Caraskara, chickenweed. I haven't had chickweed yet or club moss, but dandelion is also good. Lemon balm, I have that. Marshmallow root, got that. Red elderberry. And all these you can find locally. Like a lot of these herbs, man, like with digestive herbs, a lot of the digestive herbs, a lot of times you can just take particular digestive bitters and it can help everything going out in the digestive tract. But you got to keep doing it, followed by intermittent fasts, juice fasts, sometimes hard fasts. Like I'll do like a 2-3 day juice fast, then a water fast, or I do a fruit fast, then I'll do like a hard fast for a couple of days, and then I'll get back to eating. You'll find out that your body, when you are fasting and you're putting your body in a deprived state, then your body starts to heal. And honestly speaking, just fasting alone can pretty much heal any goddamn thing. So make sure y'all take a look at this. Constipation, which is big. Crohn's disease, diabetic glucose, diarrhea, heartburn. It's another good one. IBS. Indigestion, inflammatory bowel disease, leaky gut, which marshmallow root, lion's mane is good for that. Also slippery elm bark, and also juicing cabbage. What it does, it coats the esophagus all the way down to the lower colon, and it pretty much seals up the leaks, because leaky gut syndrome is basically when you have holes or little breaks in your digestive tract or your intestinal tract, and a lot of those toxins get into the bloodstream, and then you could become sick from that. So definitely cabbage is good for that. Slippery elm, marshmallow root, all those is good because, like I said, it works as a coat. It coats the digestive tract, and it helps things to slide through, or it helps the stools to it just pushes right out. Also, what they call it, psyllium husk. Psyllium husk is basically fiber. You get your psyllium husk from Whole Foods. You can get it from Natural Grocers or any particular health food store. You can get psyllium husk, which is fiber. Which the funny part about it is a lot of this shit is supposed to already be in our food, but it's not, because that's the whole plan. The devil, he wants to, he wants to kill people. It says a lot of herbs can be found in heathen stores like Asian and Middle Eastern stores. Yep, that's absolutely right too. Start checking out some of those Ishmaelite stores or some of those East Indian stores. A lot of times they got digestive bitters. A lot of times if you go to like a digestive specialist, they will already have these herbs available in the form of capsules. So prebiotics, probiotics. Tapeworm. Drug addiction, which nobody in the truth should be suffering from this. Okay, if you still doing drugs in your truth, you need to go on a serious fast. Then the fever issues for you women out there. And I had to be limited on what I could say because, like I said, man, Esau would take this shit down. He'd call it medical misinfo, but yet the fucking book tells us straightforward. That's a licensed physician right there. So these devils, they gotta go. Hair loss. And this is just like a glossary, and it tells you everything that you need to do to kind of put these things back in track. Heart disease is big in America because of the foods, man. Kidneys. And I'm just kind of giving y'all a chance to look at some of these things in case you want to screenshot it or come back to the video and you can write these things down and do the research. Because not only that, matter of fact, let's go here to page 44 and 45, right? It actually tells us, and it breaks it down. It tells you exactly what to look for. And the good thing is, too, they have a plant-based app. I had it on my phone a while ago, but if you go to the whatever phone you may have, an iPhone or Android, you go to the store and you download what is called a plant-based amp or like a plant identifier. A lot of times, man, you can take a picture or you can like tilt the phone towards the plant and it will break down what particular plant and what type of healing properties it may have. So if you brothers like are into hiking or you go to the woods or the forest or anything like that, or you gardening, it's always good to get a notion of these particular herbs so you can know what to do. Know what's what, know what's harmful, know what's deadly, and know what's actually a benefactor for you. But it even tells us here, tell you how to identify it, and also it tells you the benefits. Say, used for teas, and the fresh flowers are often added to home brewed beer or wine. Medicinal use, both leaves and seeds are used in medicinal preparations and astringent and anti-inflammatory and antibacterial. Okay, it's good for sleep. A lot of Jakes suffer from what they call insomnia, or sleep deprivation. Aloe vera, which we all familiar with. But these are the benefits of it. So yeah, man, you can pick up a lot of these things locally. I mean, they're not hard to find. Some of these may be hard to find, but then again, there's always substitutes. And this is why I always mention that Esau is not that clever that he created an illness that the Most High didn't already provide the fix for it. Okay, everything that this devil has done, the Most High already had the remedy of it. He didn't create something that was just so deadly to the point the Lord like, nope, I can't heal it. No. Yahweh Shai, it says, believing in the Most High comes of healing, okay? The Most High shall rise with healing in his wings. So Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai can heal you from any goddamn thing. It's just a matter if he's going to do it or not. But overall, the Lord can reverse anything, and all these things are reversible. And just with time, prayer, fasting, and a change of diet, eventually you can reverse these things. But overall, man, this is just what it's like. The ashwagandha. Hormone levels, yep. Anxiety, which Jake suffers from a lot of anxiety. And ashwagandha is easy. You can find that on Amazon. Adrenal fatigue, because a lot of Jakes are not detoxing. Stress, fight or flight, anxiety, depression, cortisol levels, bingo. It says cortisol is a stress hormone implicated in controlling blood sugar levels and fat storage in the abdomen. Study shows that ashwagandha helps significantly reduce cortisol levels in chronically stressed adults. And that's like a superfood. Glucose levels, good for diabetics as well. So, but yep, man, that's pretty much it. So make sure y'all write this down and come back to the video. This is what it's called. Like I said, I can only say so much, but the lost biblical of such and such, such and such. All right. So with that, call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Oh, Salakia, one more let me read this precept. Can't leave without reading the precept, but this Sirach 38, and I'm gonna start at verses 1. It says, honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which he may have of him. For the Lord have created him. It says, for the Lord have created him. It says, for of the Most High cometh healing. All right. And he should receive honor of the king. It says, the skill of the physician shall lift up his bit of his head, and in the sight of great men he should be in admiration, right? Because we need physician. We should know how to heal ourselves. Only time I would go to some type of clinic is if I need to get like some type of checkup or some blood work, or if I just need to diagnose what's going on. Then after that, I put it in the Lord's hands and I take the medicines. I don't fuck with Esau when it comes to that regard, unless it's like a dire emergency. But it says, the Most High have created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. That's right. So get into these medicines, man. You know, get into them, stay prayed up, and hey, shit, keep doing what we got to do until the Most High decides to deliver us. But with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Lord's will, you are edified into the next lesson. Shalom.